amazing, people. I am so excited for this one. We're going over my outreach methods for my AI automation agency, my AAA automation agency, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to talk about my outreach methods, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and we're going to dive a little bit under the surface level and about how you could actually craft these messages, not just rely on these templates, although I will go over templates later in this video. It's a very highly requested topic for myself. I cannot tell you how many people have reached out to me about, hey man, send me your templates, send me this, send me that for outreach. How do you outreach? How do you outreach? All right, guys, I got you. If you want to ask me questions, by the way, reach out to me on Shaz_automation on Instagram. If you reach out to your boy, drop me a follow, man. What are we doing? Drop me a follow. But I really do appreciate the conversations that I'll be starting on Instagram. I really enjoy meeting all you guys and helping you guys to my best ability. I'm sorry I can't give very detailed answers or very descriptive answers because, again, I'm getting a lot of questions. So I actually wanted to ask you guys a question. Should I start a Facebook group? Free, of course, where we could all hop in as a community, jump on calls, learn from each other, grow from each other. I think this business, there's so many opportunities. There's so many clients. Everyone can eat. There's enough pie where everyone can get a slice, right? Everyone can make their money and everyone can be happy. So if you want to learn from each other, I could start a Facebook group, oversee it, and we can sort of learn from each other there. Just let me know, give me the word, send a comment to me or DM me on Instagram, and I will start that Facebook group up. Anyways, let's go over outreach. Outreach, guys. Super important stuff here. I'm going to go over 1, what outreach is, 2, outreach templates. Templates, I like to call it. All right. Now, outreach to me is this: messaging that you send that furthers the conversation. So messaging that you send to a prospect, to a potential client that furthers the conversation. Now, what I mean by furthering the conversation is ideally you book them a call. Ideally you get a call booked. You hop on the phone call with them. You send them a Loom video like this one I'm making right now. You text them, like you keep the conversation going. You further the conversation through text. Or you meet up with them in person if you are physically close to them. All right, that's what furthering the conversation means. Now, the only thing that matters, guys, to me is furthering the conversation. Anything except a fuck off or left on red is positive. That's good. If they're responding to you and engaging in a conversation, that is good. You are on the right track, right? If they leave you on red, or they tell you to fuck off, or they hang up on you, all right, that's bad. But anything besides that is good, all right? Most of you guys are having more success than you think, but you're being very negative about it. If they don't immediately hang up, that's a good thing. Now, the further the conversation goes, that means more interest is shown from their part, right? Why would they just waste your time and talk to you about a conversation that they're not interested in? They're very busy people that you're reaching out to. If they're responding to you, they're interested, all right? Semi-interested. It's just the way you word stuff, all right? So the further the conversation goes, the more interest is shown. The more interest is shown, the more chance they hop on a call. The more chance they hop on a call, you close the call, you get paid. All right, so furthering the conversation is how you get paid. All right, now the modes of outreach, everyone's freaking out about this. There's Instagram, there's email, there's LinkedIn, there's cold calling. Guys, all of them work. Like, you could pick one and all of them work. I really think you just focus on 1 or 2 at a time. All right, don't think too crazy about this, guys. Focus on a few at a time and don't get too overwhelmed. Now, qualities of outreach that I personally look for are: 1, it's direct. So do I get right in touch with the owner, or do I have to go to an assistant, a receptionist to speak to that person? That's just another layer that you have to climb over to get to that head person. That's hard to do. So I like to do it direct, where I can just hop on a call with the actual person. 2, it's cheap, right? It's cheap. I don't have to do an email software or some crazy automations to actually reach out to these people. I could just send them a DM, which is free. I could send them a cold email that I type or paste. That's free, right? I can hop on a call with them. That's free. So that's really cheap ways in the beginning. Obviously, as you scale, you have to pay. But in the beginning, for most of you guys, you should do it a cheap option, in my opinion. Now, easy to source, right? Hopefully, you can just look these people up on Google, scrape the Google list, and then like create a sheet of leads, right? It should be very easy to source. You can't be like scrounging the internet for these leads because it's just not going to work long term. So they have to be easy to source leads, cheap and direct. Now, what I mean by where I'm trustworthy is you want to reach out from a source, right? One of these sources where you are trustworthy, right? Where you have a little bit of a following or something, all right? So for Instagram, if you have like 0 followers, it is going to be hard. It's going to be hard. Just post some content, get out there and grow your following to at least like 500 people. 500 people, it's cool. It just shows that you're a person. But if you have like 0 following, it looks like a bot account, right? So just make sure you have a little bit of trustworthiness. LinkedIn is really good for this. You could just build out a profile, get a nice headshot done of like a profile picture, and so reach out to where you are trustworthy from. So they look at it and think about it in their shoes. They look at you like, all right, this is a real person. Let me engage with them. All right, so these are the qualities in outreach that I look for, guys. That I look for. Your situation, how much money you have to spend, how much time you have to invest, it will be different Personally, this is what has worked for me when I outreach, right? People that I could directly get in touch to, cheap to get in touch to, easy to source the leads, to then follow up with them, and where I look like a source of trustworthiness from my Instagram account, from my LinkedIn page. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. You might have different qualities, but that's just my take. Now, that is sort of my definition of outreach. All right, that's a very brief definition of outreach. It's just furthering along the conversation. Now, let's get to these outreach templates. All right, they don't fucking exist, guys. They don't fucking exist. Now, before you leave, this is the most important lesson I have. The most important concept I have. I think this is the most important concept that I've dropped on the channel yet. Outreach templates don't exist because having outreach templates is worse than knowing the fundamentals of how to outreach. Let me read it again. Having outreach templates, just copy and paste templates, is worse than knowing the fundamentals of how to craft outreach methods. Please understand that. Please understand that. Do you ever think why these gurus give you guys the templates? Like you see ads and you see stuff like that. People on YouTube just, hey, pay me $5 for my course and I'll give you the templates, or whatever the price is, whatever the deal is. They give you the templates because one, it's easy to sell. People salivate over these templates that really don't exist. And when those templates stop working, because they will, the market will adjust to the messaging. The gurus, they know how to make more. Like they understand how to make outreach methods. But you're over here like, hey man, you gave me these outreach templates and they don't work. Well, bro, like they're not going to work forever. That's why templates are, I don't care about templates because I want to know how to craft these messages as the business and the market evolves. All right. So please understand that. Please understand that. All right. That's very important. Now, my keys to outreach are one, again, further the conversation. The further the conversation goes, the more chance for a call, the more chance for a sale. Do not sound salesy. Don't pick up the call and be like, hey, I could double your annual revenue with AI in 2 months, or you don't pay me. Boom, I'm hanging up, bro. Like, no, that's not how you do it. Just provide value. Like, hey, I saw your business in the area. I'm actually an AI enthusiast. Do you guys ever look into that avenue of marketing? I would love to talk about it more, buy you coffee and talk about it. Guys, that's way better. That guy's going to stay on the phone and further conversation if you don't just pitch him off the gate, right? So just talk to them like a human being. Provide value. Be cool. That's another one. Provide value, all right? Help them out. Show them something that's going to blow their mind. That's very easy to do with AI, all right? Also, keep it concise. If you're outreaching through email, don't send them a goddamn essay, man. No one has time for that. Send them max 5 sentences, if that, and make it look appealing and spaced out so it's not like a paragraph, all right? And then speak to them. Don't go to them like, hey, open AI, and you take the API and you do that. Speak in layman's terms, in terms that your niche will understand, all right? That is my keys to outreach, right? With one being further the conversation, all right? Understand those, and this is the plan of action I would take if you're just starting. Please think on what I just said. These last few slides especially, think on these, all right? Because, again, this will get you away from the template mindset and get you thinking creatively of how to actually outreach and make these templates or whatever. All right, so think what I just said. Formulate your outreach methods. So you have your niche. Take a pen and paper. Write down some outreach or type them out, and then test for at least 250 plus messages. 250 plus emails, 250 plus DMs, LinkedIn DMs, whatever it is, all right? Or test for 20 plus days. This will give you a sizable number to sort of analyze. So you analyze the results, you say, hey, what's working, what's not, then you can switch the wording. It might be a period that you need to switch with the exclamation point. Like, that's how specific the details get, but you will switch the wording, and you might have to switch the avenue and be like, okay, I've tried this for like 2-3 weeks now. Instagram just not yielding me any success, then it's appropriate to pivot. But a lot of you guys will pivot after a few days, and guys, that's not a big enough sample size to see if it's working or not. And then ultimately, just keep grinding, guys. Keep grinding. You will get a sale if you just keep grinding and don't take no for an answer. And go get that money, man. Go get it. It's out there. It's out there. You know what to do. You have to go out and get it, though. All right. So that is sort of how I break down automation or outreach, I should say. Again, ask me any questions here. And do you guys want this Facebook group? I would love to sort of host this, talk to you guys, meet all of you, see what you're doing, where you're from. So yeah, that is my take on outreach. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, just get after it. Understand what outreach is, craft your offers, craft your outreach, and go get it. I will see you guys in the next video. Comment what else you guys want to see. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I could show you guys. And yeah, take care and best of luck to you guys. I'll see you next.